Everyone, it's your boy from Ajayi. It's good to be back. How you all doing? Good afternoon. Good morning, good evening, whatever you are watching from. So today is just going to be we're just going to be talking about some topic within the agricultural space, how it affects all of us generally, and also we are going to having some fun too. Yeah, so it's good to be back. That's some while. It's been a while. Yeah. So wherever you're watching from, you can comment that. Drop your comment where you're watching from. So yeah, I'm going to start from a very very important topic. This is the one that really affects a lot of farmers. A lot of farmers, they do a lot of work, but it's nothing like there's not a lot to show for it, because some people make more money than them in the space. Imagine you being the one doing, tilling the ground, planting, doing all of that, but there's somebody at the other hand that is making more money. Of course, I'm not trying to say that those people should not be involved, but at least somebody did the work. Like how would I put this? How I put this? Somebody laid the foundation for it. So at least if you are going to be making more than the person that did, that person too should make well enough. So it's topic how middlemen are making more money than farmers themselves. So middlemen are those people that most of the time they go to the farms and they buy most of the time raw materials, like the raw. Let's say you are planting corn. So here in Nigeria, the middleman are the people that they go to the farm, because they go to the deep side of the farm to go get those stuff, and they come to sell in the city. So they buy at a very cheaper rate in the villages and come to the city to sell at a very expensive rate. Imagine buying something in the village at, let's say, 1 naira, and you come in here in the city to sell for like 10 naira. That's a lot, and that's why some farmers are getting poorer, and it's just the fact, because they sell at a very cheaper rate to middlemen that they sell at exorbitant prices. So that's the number one topic. Just why do farmers work hard but they still earn less than the middlemen? Why? Because I've had the experience. My dad, there was one time I was going to the farm with my dad, and as we were going, we saw some people, like mostly women. So they were just trekking. We were inside the car. So my dad was not saying, look at these people, because in my own language they call them alajapa. I know they're like traders, but they go to the farms, because most of the farms are not like they're not in the town. They are most inside the villages. So it's like they look at them. They are here to buy the farm produce at a very small price, and they go to the market, to the city, to sell at very, like, buying something 1 naira and you're selling at the village, at the city rather, at 10 naira, sometimes 15 naira. You guys can comment where you're watching from. So, like, this thing is something that a lot of farmers sometimes they don't even have a choice. Imagine, because most farmers, they don't really know a lot about the marketing aspect of their farming. They just, most farmers, because in Nigeria, most farmers are subsistence farmers. They are small scale farmers. They don't farm large area. So they just maybe 2 acre, sometimes maybe 3 plot of land. That's what happens most of the time, at least in Nigeria. And I think that's also a little bit common for African countries too. So they don't do, that large scale farm. It's not common. It's not, it's very expensive to run a large scale farm. So a lot of them don't know they don't know about the marketing aspect. So when they farm whatever, when they're about to sell, they sell at the rate of whoever is buying. So they don't really have the negotiating power. It's the person that's coming to your farm to buy. If he's telling you, I'm buying for 10 naira, and normally the market value of that produce is not even is not at 10 naira. You don't Most of the time they don't have a choice, because sometimes if should they wait longer, the because of poor storage, the farm produce is going to get spoiled. So they need they most of the time they're in haste to sell it out, and they sell at a ridiculous prices that they won't even most of that they don't even make profit. If you are making profits, most of the time it's even lesser. And this thing is something that needs to change. So guys, where are you guys watching from? You can just comment where you guys are watching from. Let me put that in the chat. So a lot of policy, a lot of things need to change with that. And in my own opinion, there are a lot of ways to solve that. While I'm not saying middlemen should not make money, they of course they are part of the value chain. They should make money, but not at the expense of the farmers. Farmers are making peanuts from what they do, and they are the ones that do most of the job most of the time. They do a lot of the work, and they don't even get what's it called? They don't get appreciated well enough. Farmers are not appreciated well enough. I think everybody will agree with that. Farmers are not appreciated well enough. So where are you guys watching from? Just let me know in the comment section. I want to type out you watching. Where are you watching? Sorry, watching from. So, like I was saying, I think there are a lot of ways that I feel like could help farmers, to make more out of what they do. Because for farmers to to make more profit, they need to do better than the way farming system is being run. So I think one of the ways that I feel like they can do is, if there's better storage system. If farmers know that they don't really necessarily have to sell immediately after in that year, in that planting year, when they know, if I'm planting my maize this year, I don't necessarily have to sell this year. I can wait till like next year, because there is good storage system. I mean, that's like reassurance for them that their produce is not going to get spoiled. They can store for till next year, and maybe sell at the good market rate. Because farmers are being, should I say, they are being scammed, quote unquote. They are being scammed. So if there's good storage system, it's going to help a lot of farmers. It's going to help a lot of farmers, so they can sell. They don't necessarily have to sell below the market value. They can sell at they can store their produce and sell when the market favors them. I think another very important ways to help farmers make more money from their produce is adding value addition to the produce. So value addition, maybe not all farmers will be able to do this, because value addition most of the time might necessarily make them incur more costs in production. Let's say now you are selling, you're a cocoa farmer. you farm cocoa. So if you feel like I want to add more value, probably you're thinking of processing, you're thinking, other things, then you know that you are going to, for you to go into cocoa processing, you'll have to like have machines. Machines is going to cost you money. So I feel like, even though maybe at the beginning you might not, and I feel like it's a step at a time. It's a step at a time. But for farmers that can afford it, not all farmers will be able to, like, go into processing of what they are doing. So for farmers that can afford it, I think it's a very very good way to make more money in the longer run, in the long term. So at the beginning, might not there might not be like, the profit might not be coming in like that. But I think in the long time, of course they will make their money back. Imagine because you have like a pineapple farm, you have a mango farm, and you're not just selling the raw mango farm. You're doing something like, let's say, you're doing pineapple chips. Because I've seen it. You're doing like mango chips, you're doing like coconut chips. Or let's say if you have like a coconut farm, instead of just selling your coconut, you're doing, let's say, you're selling the water inside coconut. People buy all of this thing because, okay, let me give an example. Most people in some countries here in Nigeria too, and I think it's very common too in Ghana, people drink the water of coconut. Like the water, they kind of chop the head and put straws inside it. And I mean, like, they just, when they're done with it, they just throw it away. And there's the coconut, they still the coconut husk is still there that they can make use for cocopeat. The what's it called? The coconut itself is still there. So I mean, those are like, that's like wasting a lot of things that could make money for farmers. So instead of just doing that, why don't you think of a way? Let's say I'm going to you're going to be getting the water out of the coconut, and you're going to process the remnant of it for something else. So I think adding value to whatever you're doing, uh, to your produce, will also make with is a way of making more money for farmers, for sure. It's always a way farmers will make more money. And also selling directly to customers, I feel like maybe not as much as the first two I mentioned, but in the long, like, it's going to cut the power of middlemen. There's no need for a wholesaler and a retailer again. Then you're just doing from the producer to the customers. The consumers will benefit, and the producer too. I mean, there are some, but not all produce can you do that. You can't do that for all produce. There are some that you can do. There are some that you can't do that for. So yeah, those are like the ways I feel like it will also help farmers to make more money. And all the money will not just be going to these people, the middlemen. So guys, where are you guys watching from? I don't know whether it's like that too in your country. Do you think farmers are making do you think farmers, because I think middlemen are making more money than the farmers themselves, the one who till the ground, who plant, harvest. Is that the same with you guys too? In your country, do middlemen also like make more than the farmers? Let me put. Farmers are like, farmers, they really need to be like respected a lot and giving their flowers. But in this part of the world, here in Nigeria, because I don't really have experience with other countries, but here in Nigeria, farmers are not really respected, which is a very very bad thing. It's very 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 bad. Farmers are not. People look farmers here in Nigeria as if they are like the poor, like if they're like the poor, dirty job, poor people should are the one involved in farming. But even the richest man in Nigeria, the richest black man in the world, Dangote, is is also in agriculture. Is investing heavily in agriculture. I don't know whether they still have it, because there was one time I know he was into tomato paste. Yeah. So I haven't done that. I think we can just like play like a game. So I'll call the game Agric Truth or Trap. So I'm going to be typing it out, and you guys can comment. Maybe let's do like, oh god, I'm trying to, oh wow. Wow. So Agric Truth or Trap. Truth or Trap. So I'm trying to type out the question. So first question, more fertilizer. I said it's just going to be a good talk, and also games to just more fertilizer always leads to higher crop yield. Do you think more fertilizer always lead to higher crop yield? For people that don't know the meaning, what fertilizer is what farmers use, that they put during planting period to enhance the yield of their farming. So do you think more fertilizer always leads to higher crop yield? So truth or trap? I'm trying to type it out. Always leads. Oh god. Oh, this is on. I think there's an amount of what you can. I don't know. Maybe I should have even. Oh god. So if you can hear me, do you think more fertilizer leads to higher crop yield? More fertilizer, do you think it leads to higher crop yield? God. Let me create a poll. I really don't know how to do put captions that everybody can see, but I'm trying to. Maybe I should just more fertilizer. I hope everybody will be able to see it though. There's really it in here. Fertilizer always leads to higher crop yield. Truth. Sorry, I'm coming. Or trap. So yeah, that's the question. So this is the question. So yeah. So I'm just gonna give you guys let's say 30 seconds. 30 seconds to answer the question. So 30 seconds. I'm using my timer to check the time. So more fertilizer always lead to higher crop yield. Trap or truth? So truth is like saying yes, trap is like saying no. So what do you think? So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm counting to 10. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So the right answer is trap. Too much of fertilizer would burn the crop. So fertilizer are good for for the plant, but too much of it, and if you are even applying it in the wrong way, it's going to affect the plant. So it's yeah. So when it's too much, it does not lead to higher crop yield. It leads to lower crop yield. So the next question. Next question. I'm trying to edit this one, but let me just say it out. The next question is: organic farming means no chemical at all. Trap or truth? Organic farming means no chemical are used at all. For people that doesn't know the meaning of organic farming, so organic farming means the use of not using all these chemicals, all these pesticide, herbicide, or even fertilizers for your planting. So let me oh I think the best thing for me should have been to put it here. But I'm just going to like say it out because the life is going to be stopping in the next vacation spot. Nah. The last is going to stop in, let's say, 45 minutes. So that means in the next 20 minutes. So organic farming means chemicals are used at all. No chemicals are used at all. Is that true or false? Truth or false? Truth or false? Organic farming means no chemicals are used or at all. Is that truth or trap? I said truth or false. For truth or trap, organic farming means no chemicals are used at all. Truth or trap? So I'm going to count down to 10 for that too. I think it's better I use this question. Organic farming means what's it called? No chemical. Oh god. No chemicals used at all. So that's the question. Organic farming means no chemicals are used at all. Is it truth or it's a trap? Is it truth or it's a trap? So organic farming, like I said, is the use of planting, making use of natural what's it called? Planting naturally. Some people even take the essence of not even making use of tractors, not making use of, not spraying, no chemicals. So do you think organic farming means no chemicals are used at all? So I'm gonna count down to 10 for that question too. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So it's a trap. No. So organic farming does not necessarily mean that it allows the use of natural approved inputs. So there's some things that you can do that naturally they could even serve as what's it called, as input for the farm. So they might not be chemical to say, they might not be like what's it called, the synthetic chemicals, but they are like, things that will help you and the farm with your organic farming. Personally, I think, well, for Nigeria, because a lot of people are always mentioning organic farming to practice, because Nigeria is battling. We're trying to solve food security here in Nigeria. Meaning we are not producing. We are not producing enough to be able to meet our demand. So, which makes us to depend on imports. We import a lot in Nigeria. Nigeria import a lot of foods that can be grown here in Nigeria. Imagine Nigerians, because Nigerians are still importing maize. Maize takes maize 3 months, 3 to 4 months, from the planting to the harvesting, 3 to 4 months for Nigeria, and we have good lands for all of this. But because of the system, the way things have been done in the past, and some of it's still being done till now, some people import maize, which is um it's very sad actually. So for Nigerians to solve this food security, organic farming might be a bit hard to practice, because practicing organic farming on the large scale can be very, very. Imagine having 1,000 acres of farm, and you're telling me you want to use organic farming. You don't want to make use of tractors. You don't want to make use of sprayers. You don't want to make use of chemicals. Who is going to help you with 1,000 acres, and how long are you going to finish it? Something a tractor can do in, let's say, 2 to 3 days, if you're making use of tractor. So you now say no. Now I want to make use of organic. I want to make use of, what's this thing called? I want to go by organic farming. So the next 30 minutes, should I just? Oh, I think I love this question. I love this question. So the next question in our game is agriculture is only about growing food. Do you guys believe agriculture is only about growing food? It's a very, very is agriculture only about growing, only about food? Yeah. So this is a question. Is agriculture only about growing food? You guys think agriculture is only about growing food? Truth or trap? Truth or trap? Is agriculture only about growing food? Is agriculture only about growing food? Truth or trap? Truth or trap? So the question on the screen, you guys can just put your, oh God, I didn't put it on the screen since. So this question on the screen, you guys can just put your answer in the comment section. Is agriculture only about growing food? Truth or trap? Truth or trap? Is agriculture only about growing food? Is agriculture only about growing food? So I'm going to do countdown. I'm going to do countdown of 10. Is agriculture only about growing food? You can yes or no, truth or trap in the comment section. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No. Agriculture is not only about growing food. Agriculture includes a lot. We have livestock, we have medicine, we have the ecosystem services, a lot. It has a lot of it's divided into a lot of other things. There's the ecosystem, the value chain, processing, the medicine. There are a lot of medicine that they get from um, that the plants, and they can get medicine from that. So it's not just about growing food. It involves a lot of, and for a fact, agriculture is one of the biggest employer of labor around the world. Around the world, more than 60-70% of Nigerians are farmers. More than 60-70% of Nigerians are farmers, and that's a fact. And the other percentage, they are not even farmers. In one way or the other, they are into agriculture in one way. Well, I'm not saying all of them, but some of them. You see somebody that is already, he has a job already, but he has a garden, a small garden. That's agriculture. You see somebody just doing rearing 2 chickens, 3 chickens inside his compound. That's agriculture. So yeah. So I think this is going to be the end of the live video. I think I'm going to do better in my next live. I'll have to make all the graphics, so it's going to be more easier that way than just saying it. Instead of me just saying it, the graphics will be showing on the screen. So it's amazing. It's really amazing to have these discussions with you guys, and I hope to see you guys in my next live. Bye, and to have a nice time.